Well, good day, students. And today we are going to talk about lesson 9.3, the FOIL method. FOIL stands, each letter stands for a word. F stands for first, O stands for outer, I stands for inner, L stands for last. And we will combine the outer and the inner for one term. So you're going to end up with a trinomial, usually. Sometimes you get perfect squares and the middle term cancels out. But this is an example when we multiply x plus 3 times x plus 5. Now we did it modeling before, same principle. The first x times x is x squared. So that's our first term. And we write that x squared. And then the last is the 3 times the 5, which is plus 15. So you write that last. And then you take your middle terms, and the 3x plus the 5x is 8x, and that gives you plus 8x, and that is your middle term. And that's just kind of a quick example. We're going to go through some of these, but first we need to discuss special products. When you get, an a plus a b or an x plus a y times, so a plus b times a minus b eliminates the middle term, and you get a squared minus b squared. Again, you can do the first, outer, inner, and last. But when you do a plus b times a plus b, you get a plus b squared, and you'll end up with a middle term. You get a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. If you do a minus b times a minus b, that's equal to a minus b squared. And you notice the sign changes. It goes a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So the only time you eliminate that middle term is when you get a plus b times a minus b. So let's take a few. We're here on 5a, which is on page 441. And so if we have x plus 3 times x plus 6. So let's do our front. So let's use black. We'll do x times x is x squared, right? So that's our first term. Now let's do our last term. We do plus 3 times plus 6, and that's plus 18. Just write that in the last. Then we do the inner and the outer. So 3 times the inner is 3 times x is 3x. And the outer is 6 times x, which is 6x. And you add them together, and you get plus 6 and 3 is 9x, right? Plus 9x. So the final answer is x squared plus 9x plus 18. Do another one. 5b. A minus 4 times a minus 9. So again, front. A times a is a squared, right? That's going to be the first term. Notice that they're in order of powers from left to right, high to low. That's what we learned before. Let's do our last. Negative 4 times negative 9 is going to be a positive 36. And then in the middle, we have negative 4 times a is negative 4a. And the outer is a times negative 9 is negative 9a. Add them together, you get a negative 13a. So you put those together, and there's your final answer, a squared minus 13a plus 36. Do another one. M minus 3 times m minus 3. Again, the front, the first, m times m is m squared. That first. The last is negative 3 times negative 9, which is negative 27. Put that last. And let's do the inner and the outer. Negative 3 times m is negative 3m. M times negative 9 is negative 9m. And negative 3 minus negative 9 is negative 12m. Final answer is m squared minus 12m minus 27. Let's do some of these special products. So there again, but still FOIL. So first, x times x is x squared. That first. And we do the last. You can do it in any order you want, but I like to do first and last. 5 times negative 5 is negative 25. Negative 25, then the inner and the outer. So 5x, right? And negative 5x. And so that means there's no term. So the final answer is going to be just a x squared minus 25. And this is why I told you, a plus b times a minus b. So here's an example of it. You don't end up with a trinomial. So 6b, let's do this one. 3x times 3x. 3x times 3x is going to be 9x squared. Put that first. And then the last is going to be 2 times 2 is plus 4. Plus 4. And in the inner and the outer, 2 times 3x is 6x. And 3x times 2 is 6x. And you add them together and you get plus 12x. And the final answer is 9x squared plus 12x plus 4. Let's do 6c. Again, front. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. Put that first. 4x squared. Do the last. Negative 8 times negative 8 is negative 64. Minus 64. Do the inner and the outer. Negative 8 times 2x is negative 16x. And negative 8 times 2x is negative 16x. And now you put that together and you get negative 32x for a final answer. 4x squared minus 32x minus 64. And that is our last one for today. So, remember, you can call a friend and you can call your neighbor. But most of all, remember, you can always call your teacher. Cat's rule. Call your teacher. Cat's rule. Did you think that was necessary?
Oh, I thought it was necessary.